to go over thoracic outlet syndrome. So instead of talking about thoracic outlet syndrome, because thoracic outlet is as the nerves when they come from the neck out into, this is the thoracic outlet over here into the arm. There's different reasons why the nerves might get entrapped. There's an extra cervical rib, or there's tightnesses of some of the muscles. But I want to talk about just impingement in general. One of the things we need the nerves from the neck to go to the fingers in just a straight route. If they have to get diverted in any way due to tightnesses in the neck muscles, tightnesses in the shoulder girdle, tightnesses in the arm itself, and the elbow and the wrist, which then can become carpal tunnel, you're going to experience some tugging in those nerves. You're going to have decreased neural mobility. So to reestablish that and to avoid having any type of nerve symptoms, if your fingers fall asleep or you get any shooting pains into your shoulder, or even sometimes you might mask as regular shoulder pain. You might be putting something overhead. You might just think you have a shoulder dysfunction, and it actually might be the nerves being kind of tugged on in the shoulder. So you have to get that first distinguished, whether it's a shoulder problem or it's a neck problem or a nerve mobility problem. As the nerves come out from the neck, they can get impinged in some of the scalene muscles over here. In this area, we have our clavicle, collarbone, and the nerves actually kind of delve deep underneath it, and right below that is your first cervical rib. So anytime you have any imbalances in the body, so if your first cervical rib actually starts to glide up, it can kind of sandwich those nerves. So we want to look for some of the postural problems that we have, or overuse of the neck, which pulls things up. So we need to establish that you don't have any of those imbalances in your body. You're not overusing your neck muscles. And then as it goes out of the thoracic outlet area, it kind of goes in through the pec, actually one of the pec minor. It goes into kind of the armpit area, and then it fans out into the arm, all the way going into the fingers. So one thing you could do for thoracic outlet or any type of nerve impingement that's not in the neck, that's more somewhere as it already came out of the vertebrae, so starting as it's exiting through the neck over here. We can increase, one of the things to try is you can increase mobility via massage. You want to be kind of gentle with it. I've seen people get great results with aggressive manual therapy or aggressive massage therapy, but you got to be careful with nerves. If nerves get irritated, it can be irritated for days. It can make things way worse. So it's kind of a Russian roulette with that. Instead, you probably want to start to do some, trigger points or myofascial release to the areas along the route from the neck to the hand. See if you can really sit some of the areas. Again, establish you have good posture, good mechanics. If you have, for example, if you have an elbow problem where the elbow is, there's a dysfunction in there, it can impinge maybe the ulnar nerve on the side of your elbow. You can get, if you have tight forearms, you can start to get impingement of the radial nerve. If you have tight wrists, you can get impingement of the median nerve, which becomes carpal tunnel, which goes into your fingers. So you want to establish you have good posture, you do not have any imbalances, you have free tissue, you have good movement through each joint, shoulder, elbow, wrist, even hand. And those are the ways that you can give freedom to the nerves as they go from the neck to the hands.